Hi, welcome. So in this video I'm going to talk about being overworked and underpaid in my Japanese job. I really don't have anything to hide, so I will be sharing my salary, my work hours, and any other kind of benefits that I received while working at a school in Japan. I was a teacher. So the reason I made this video is to reach out to anybody who is considering taking a job in Japan. I'm not telling you not to, of course not. Like, I learned so much from my job and I love that I worked there, but to tell you, like, be very cautious. Like, if they offer you a position, ask to see what is the base salary, what additional stipends or bonuses they can add to the position. Ask other people how much they're earning. Like, don't let it be taboo to talk about a salary. Because for me it was, and I was really ashamed of how little I was making. But once I opened up about it and other people started telling me what they were making, I thought, like, whoa, this is kind of not fair. So it is really important for you to communicate with other people about salary. Like, you should definitely do that. And then your schedule. Ask to see other people's schedule and their after school responsibilities and lunch responsibilities. Ask all of these questions. It's one thing to come into a job and not know them, but it's a completely different thing to not ask. I was way too trusting and way too excited about getting a job in Japan not to ask these questions. Had I asked, then I think the school would have seen that I have a more cautious approach, so maybe they would have been more careful in how much they gave me. But because I was so excited and I just said yes to everything, they piled on the responsibilities and I broke under all of the burnout from that job. My salary was about $1,600 a month, but I was paid year-round because it's a year-round school. And this is working about 50 hours with no real lunchtime, and I have a master's degree and a teaching credential. So that is really low. Part of the reason why it's so low though is because I'm a SOFA person. So if you're married to military, that automatically makes you a SOFA person, and the Japanese SOFA tax is 20%, actually a little bit above that. And then if you subtract the Japanese health insurance tax and pension deduction, my salary had 40% deducted from it. So 40% of my salary never made it to my hands. And that was something else that I communicated with the school about. Like, yes, Japan taxes me terribly. Is there something that you guys can do to kind of help alleviate that horrible tax? And I was told, no, there's nothing we can do. When I applied for the position, they told me I would be working from 8 to 5. That was fine. As a band director in California, those were pretty much my hours there. Not because the school asked me to be there for that long, but because as the band director, you're there in the evenings, you're there on the weekends, you throw concerts, you go to football games and perform. So for me, the idea of working a lot of hours was not intimidating whatsoever. What I did not expect was that my hours being 8 to 5, that all of that time would be kind of available for anybody to take. And what I mean by that is that after the kids were gone, I thought, okay, this is time for me to work on my program, to make copies, to grade, to research new things I want to incorporate, to get training. And that's kind of not where the time ended up going. The time ended up going to meetings. Lots and lots of meetings. And you think, well, that's not too bad. You know, you just sit there and, you know, you get information or share information with colleagues. But it is when you're expecting to have some prep time somewhere and you don't. So then you're working from 8 to 5 and then you still have stuff to do. So then you stay later. And that's where the problem comes. The other thing, when I started working, I loved that I had a wonderful schedule. It was 3 prep periods and 3 teaching hours. So I didn't care, like 8 to 5, that's fine. I have plenty of prep. But then a few months later, they told me, oh, we need you to add on another grade level. I was like, that's fine. I have 3 prep periods. I'll give 1 up every day. I'll still have 2. And then the next year, they told me, we need you to take on 2 more grade levels. So then I got to the point where I was teaching 5 to 6 classes a day, having meetings, having no lunch. And I just got overwhelmed, burnt out, very cranky, and I felt that my energy for wanting to teach totally changed. If you're considering taking a job in Japan, please comment below, send me an email. I would love to talk to you about it and guide you, counsel you through this. You're definitely not alone. I definitely do recommend it. Again, it's just if I went back into it, I would be a lot more cautious. Like, just, take care of myself, because the school is going to try to maximize the work from the teachers, and you should try and maximize your experience. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see a comment from you down below. Alright, bye.